Once upon a time, in the beautiful land of Vietnam, there lived a young man named Thach Sanh. He had lost both his parents and lived all alone in the forest. But Thach Sanh was not just strong, he was also smart. He could read the books of heaven and understand the language of birds and animals. Far away in the royal city lived a man named Ly Thong with his mother. Ly Thong was clever and well-educated, but he liked to make plans and think for himself more than doing brave and kind things for others. One day, Ly Thong was carrying a heavy bundle of firewood through the forest. It was so heavy that he grew tired and sweaty. Just then, Thach Sanh came by and kindly helped him. The two young men started talking and became friendly. Ly Thong thought to himself, "If this strong man became my sworn brother, I wouldn't have to work so hard anymore." So he asked Thach Sanh to be his brother. Ly Thong's mother, an old woman who sold rice wine under a big banyan tree, was happy to see her son bring home such a strong and helpful young man. But secretly, she and Ly Thong had another plan. They wanted to trick Thach Sanh into fighting a monster. You see, deep in the forest, on the way to the royal city, there was a giant monster snake called the Python Demon. It scared travelers and made the road dangerous. The king had promised a big reward to anyone who could defeat it. As planned, after a hearty and joyful meal, Ly Thong pretended to be dead drunk and lay snoring loudly. Meanwhile, his mother wept fake tears and begged Thach Sanh to stand guard at the temple of the serpent spirit in Ly Thong's place. Of course, Thach Sanh gladly agreed. Without delay, he set off to help his brother. From deep within the cave came the sound of footsteps. The serpent spirit immediately appeared, breathing fire that lit up the whole forest in blazing flames. Thach Sanh fought fiercely with the beast for many days and nights. "You think you can defeat me? Witness my power." Thach Sanh calmly replied, "Strength alone is not everything. It is wisdom and compassion that decide true victory." Compassion? Yes! Yeah! Then with sharp eyes and steady hands, he struck at the serpent's weak spot. Yeah! After defeating the giant serpent, Thach Sanh brought its body home and proudly showed it to Ly Thong and his mother. "Mother, from now on, the serpent shall harm no one ever again." Ly Thong's mother turned pale with fright. "Is it true, my child?" But Ly Thong feigned shock and cried out, "Oh no! That creature was the king's beloved pet! What have you done? You must flee into the forest at once. I shall ride to the capital and explain everything to His Majesty." Trusting and pure-hearted, Thach Sanh believed his brother and returned to the forest, where he visited his dear animals and trees. Meanwhile, Ly Thong brought the serpent to the royal court and claimed the deed as his own. The king was overjoyed and rewarded him with the noble title of Duke. Far away in the capital, high above the clouds, a mighty eagle soared across the sky. In truth, it had no hunger for human flesh, as the rumors claimed. It simply adored the princess.
We love you!
And today, it had made a bold decision to take her away and declare its love. "Father, save me," the princess cried. The king, stricken with worry, issued a royal decree. "Whoever saves the princess shall win her hand in marriage." Upon hearing this, Ly Thong immediately thought of Thach Sanh to carry out the dangerous task. Thach Sanh, bow and arrow in hand, quietly followed the traces of the eagle demon deep into the forest. To his surprise, instead of imprisoning the princess, the creature was gently trying to comfort her. It led the princess through vast fields, picked sweet fragrant fruits, and gathered vibrant flowers to give her. Seeing the princess delighted, the eagle demon became even more eager to share stories of the forest. It passionately recounted a glorious victory. A brave young man had single-handedly defeated the serpent demon.
Wow.
I heard it was Ly Thong who defeated the monster.
Wow.
Ly Thong, that weakling. He can't even carry a bundle of firewood. The whole forest knows. The one who fought the serpent demon was Thach Sanh. Right at that moment, Thach Sanh appeared.
Wow.
To the princess, he looked like a divine being, so handsome, like a god. Without hesitation, Thach Sanh raised his bow and shot an arrow straight into the eagle demon's wing. Why did you kidnap the princess? I just wanted to show her how I felt, the eagle demon stammered. Thach Sanh laughed. Kidnapping someone isn't exactly the right way to show affection. He spared the eagle demon. As he was leading the princess out of the cave, a faint cry for help echoed from within. Help me! Please, help! Princess, you go on ahead. The soldiers are waiting outside. But no one could have predicted what happened next. Ly Thong had ordered the soldiers to seal the cave entrance. We can't let him escape. Thach Sanh brought water to the man for his wedding. Strangely, after drinking the water, the man suddenly became healthy and was miraculously healed. As it turned out, the man Thach Sanh had saved was the crown prince of the Dragon Kingdom. The prince used his magic and brought Thach Sanh down to the underwater palace.
Woo!
Touched by Thach Sanh's kindness and love for all creatures, the dragon prince gifted him a precious magical lute. As for Ly Thong, upon learning that Thach Sanh had survived the monster's cave, he was filled with fear. He snuck into the palace and tempted the imprisoned serpent demon, saying, "If you steal the king's gold and hide it in the forest to frame Thach Sanh, you'll be granted your freedom." Longing to escape, the serpent demon agreed. Sure enough, Thach Sanh was arrested once again. Ly Thong and his mother came to mock him gleefully. "You truly are a fool." "I've spared you 2 times, and again hoping you'd feel remorse. But if I wanted to leave this place, it'd be as easy as flipping my hand." With that, Thach Sanh let out a shout, snapped the iron bars like twigs, and strode out with pride. High above the clouds, Thach Sanh embraced his magical lute and played a melody that echoed far and wide. Who brought the princess back from the cave? The sound of the lute floated over mountain peaks and winding rivers, reaching the ears of the worried princess. She recognized the song, and the one her heart longed for. She ran toward the music with joy. Thach Sanh looked at the princess, his heart brimming with happiness. The king, upon learning all that had happened, joyfully gave his daughter's hand to the brave Thach Sanh in marriage. And what became of Ly Thong and his mother? At Thach Sanh's gentle request, the Dragon Prince gave them a special task. They were sent to the Dragon Palace beneath the sea to teach the sea creatures how to read and write. And so, every day, Ly Thong had to stand with solemn face, teaching letters to schools of shrimp and clever little fish. But alas, every time a student mispronounced a word, he would pull at his hair and cry, "Oh heavens, if only I had lived kindly back then." As for his mother, she discovered that doing good deeds brought peace and unexpected joy to the heart. Thanks to that magical underwater classroom, the ocean soon welcomed wise whale philosophers, scholarly octopuses, and dolphin poets known throughout the seas. And so the tale comes to an end.